Welcome back
Hello.
for episode 14 of
1-4.
Black, White, and Red All Over.
All over.
Starring myself, Ryan Seymore, and Victor Dandridge.
Hey, what's happening, guys? How you guys doing?
This week, once again, we've chosen the books ourselves.
That's right.
So they don't suck.
Still lingering, like, trust issues there. I'm feeling trust issues.
They pooped in my circle of trust.
Oh man, are you ever gonna let them come back in?
One day.
One day, maybe, but not today. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, we chose our own books, and as you can see, we did again the split. We read 2 of the same, and then ventured off on our own to experience life and come back and join together, touch tips, if you will, to kind of regulate some comic book thought, if you will. So let's kick this off. You ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right. First up, we have Southern Bastards.
There it is.
Number 2.
Right.
Continues to be insanely good. Clint Eastwood feel, Walking Tall feel.
No, 10 Commandments. 10 Commandments. I'm going there. I am going there.
There is going to be
10 Commandments.
There will be biblical wrath.
Yes.
From that main character.
Yes. Okay? Like, this took me a place where I heard spirituals.
At the end with the...
There was a big black woman that sat over my shoulders and just started humming at me. It was amazing. Oh my God. Church. Church!
Yeah. The main character from we told you about in the previous issue.
Yes.
He tries to bring his concerns to the police, and all it ends up with is the people he's trying to turn in getting in his face.
Yeah.
And he has this moment where he's like yelling at his father's grave.
I don't want it! I don't want it!
And a sign from the heavens. Like,
crack a towel.
Yeah.
Get it. Get it. Impossible. He says the words impossible, and you know, like it's a thing. So yeah, like this is. Oh my God, Jason Aaron has like taken Thor, like elements of Thor,
there's a mythic.
and Old Man Logan, if you will, and just kind of put them together and made like a sandwich, and then he bit it and it was good, and he shared it with everybody else. So put it on your plate. Get that.
Yeah, definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
It's true crime, but it has like a mythic almost.
Yeah, I'm
feel to
telling
it
you, this just upped biblical. Biblical.
Yeah, not a lot happens.
No,
what happens is huge.
Right, like that's weird. It is. It's very like paced out, but when it moves, the needle moves. It's like it doesn't just meh. It's like and it's gone. Like there's no needle. Like that's yeah.
So we're not trying to skimp on telling you stuff. Like no, that's just it is epic, but at the same time very very sparse.
Yeah.
Which works.
It's paced well. I don't even know how you did. Like that doesn't even make sense, but it works.
Yeah. Much love, Jason Aaron. Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Next up, Trees by Warren Ellis. I loved it.
Okay.
To me, it felt like the Arthur C. Clarke novel Childhood's End.
Interesting.
Where these aliens, they arrive. Both things happen in the comic and this. So they arrive. But they don't do anything. They don't interact with humans.
Right.
They just sit there. And generations go by to the point that it goes from like, oh crap, alien invasion.
Right, to this, well, this is here.
Yes, it's the background. It's the predator.
They're there.
And that's what I loved about it.
Okay.
But its pacing was kind of slow.
Okay, so ironically, I loved it, but what my take on it is a counterculture response of sorts to the zombie phenomenon. That this is a way of playing up this post-apocalyptic dystopian future without it like requiring the zombies as a thing, but this non-malevolent force, but this very benign thing that just kind of set us all back. It didn't mean to, or we don't know at least, but it is what happened, and there it is. So I feel like this one is slower paced. I don't think we've gotten into the story yet. We're still just building this essence of this world. But yeah, I think that's kind of what it is for me. Is almost like a counter response to the Walking Dead's phenomenon.
Yeah, there's been an apocalypse, but a nice apocalypse.
Right. Like we still have government. Like that's awesome.
But basically, what happens in the story is these things that are referred to as trees. There's giant
spires.
That go up into the heavens, land on Earth, and in various places. They don't interact with people.
Nope.
They don't. They just sit there. Occasionally, like what humans think is waste material will come out of them.
Leads out and destroys a great many things.
And it's like governments have tried to nuke them. It didn't work. They've tried other stuff to get rid of them. Nothing works. So they're just there.
They're like there. Okay, fine.
And there's 4 different stories roughly that are happening,
and they're different locales, like across the world.
And it's real interesting because like one of them is this kid's like happy-go-lucky. He wants to interact with them.
Yes, it's so hopeful, so hopeful.
The one in Rio was the one that really got me. Where it was like robot police.
Just lockdown city.
Yeah,
crazy.
So I think you're right. They're going to explore different viewpoints of this kind of apocalyptic situation, and in a context where you don't actually have an apocalypse.
Right.
It's just
it's not necessarily. Yeah, I was going to say it's not necessarily a man-made apocalypse, but it sort of is.
Yeah.
Especially when they were talking about New York and how that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Someone's running for the mayor of New York, and it's a conversation with him and I think like his campaign advisor, maybe. Yeah. And it's like really, really cool because just the way they're going into kind of the history of it, and you know, nobody knows more about it than us because we've lived it.
Right.
It was just very.
It was real.
Yeah.
Like, it was a very raw situation where like. It's one of those situations where neither guy was wrong. Yeah. The only question is which one's actually right. Yeah. You know, and that's you know, one's angling from a political career and the other one's angling for, it seems like, what he just wants to do. Yeah. And you know, is right. Yeah. You know, and it's one of those things where it's like a private little chess match. We just kind of get a little peek and like, oh, okay, that's deep, and it kind of feeds into our understanding of this entire world. So I kind of dug that a lot.
That was really cool. Yeah. The one I'm super curious about is the last one where it's like the Arctic research. Yeah. Very cool. Good times. I couldn't tell you where it's going with that, but something very interesting happened.
So Jason Howard's work on this, this is not Super Dinosaur.
No.
This is really good in a very different way. Like Super Dinosaur was fantastic, but this is like something else. Like
it almost,
I don't know,
like something almost you would see in a BPRD comic.
Yes,
like
yes.
That sort of
Guy
quality.
Davis kind of, yeah. I don't know what you drank, but drink some more and share.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like the coolness and the cartooniness of Super Dinosaur is not there.
Right,
it's a grittier. More mature,
very much
sort of. Yeah,
even in the line work itself, the crosshatch and all that, it's dynamic. I love it. I love the volumetrics that he's putting in there by using the crosshatching to give shape. Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely love it.
Very cool, sir. Do you want to do Batman?
I'll do Batman just to kind of, you know, because it was okay, but I wasn't really feeling it. Okay. So. I read this issue of Batman, and it's the final act of the 0 year thing, which I had not followed whatsoever. I like doing that. Like, I'm that weird guy that doesn't have to read the entire series and just kind of will pick up a book and just see what's up. It's how I started reading comics, so I like to indulge from time to time on, can I just pick it up and enjoy it factor. And it was okay. It was okay. I think I probably would have enjoyed it more if I had, you know, the long-term history of the story, because, you know, the idea of the Riddler doing stuff, I'm like, really? Riddler? All right, cool. You know, I'll run with it. You know, Enigma, he's got his thing. It kind of was an interesting story addressing some early Bruce-ness, you know, that I thought was kind of interesting. Overall, the best thing about it to me, and no diss to Snyder or anybody, Capullo, on anything, but the colors were fantastic. Like, oh my God, like it's a glory to look at this book. I didn't even look who was coloring it. I was afraid that I couldn't pronounce the name. I would invoke some dark, evil god if I said it out loud, but it's beautiful. So if for no other reason, and I hope this is the colors that's been on the whole thing, because I will totally go back to get it just to look at the colors, because they are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. If you've followed it, I mean, I'm sure you can tell me that, hey, this was a pretty good series, and that's awesome. You know, it's Batman being Batman, and he does Batman so well, so I can't knock that. You know, Snyder did a good job, at least as far as I can tell, just it wasn't rocking me, you know, overall. Well,
that's the one thing about Snyder's run on Batman, is it's kind of like, all right, I'm a Cavs fan, but looking at the Bulls teams of that time period with Jordan, even when one of the pieces wasn't at 100%,
the rest of it still.
Yeah. So if the story lags just a little bit, you know, Scott's having an off month, the art is there. So yeah, it's just this super consistent. It is, in my opinion, the best DC book going right now.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
So yeah, so if you've been holding off waiting for the trade or having to make a decision on 0 year, definitely pick it up.
Okay.
It's just really.
I was gonna say, like I said, I'm coming in almost at the tail end. It looks like, but. You know, that's the only thing that didn't move the needle for me, is because I'm just trying to figure out what's all going on. Yeah. But it's got classic Batman moments. It's got classic Bat. And again, no one does the Bat better than the Bat. I mean, it's Snyder right now, he is the Batman writer for me right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still loving Court of Owls. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm still on that. So
the issue 5 where you had to
don't.
Oh, you haven't got there yet?
Oh, yes, I have. But I'm just saying, it just makes me feel things that is inappropriate for video.
So brilliant.
Love it. And your read today?
The Chew Revival crossover book. All right. It does not matter which side you start with first. It's literally a flip book.
Okay.
Like one side is Chew, and then you have to flip it over and read the other side is Revival.
Right.
Neither story comes before the other.
Okay.
So they happen kind of simultaneously.
Okay. Got congruence.
The feel of the books is completely different.
Okay.
The Chew side is humorous. It's hysterical. Basically, they're brought in because in this town, the dead have come back to life.
Okay.
And there is now this black market where people are selling off parts of dead bodies.
Ooh.
And people, because if you eat it, supposedly you'll gain immortality.
Okay. Okay.
Not true. You're just eating a human. You're sick.
Oh, that's nasty.
So they're brought in because this one chef has his hand cut off and it's gone missing.
Right.
And it's just this series of just horrible things that happen where, like, in the morgue, the mortician his job is not to catalog the dead in so much as to put them back together because they're still alive in their own kind of sentient zombie way.
Right.
So you got that going on. There's a fight in there where, like, the person freaks out because they think there's a robot in the room. There's a love scene at the end that does not require all appendages.
Ooh.
But very funny.
That's chewy.
Yeah.
That's chewy.
The opposite side is Revival.
Right.
And that is a straight-up horror story.
Okay.
Where they kind of go into some of the people that have come back from the dead don't have their souls attached.
Okay.
And Tony Chu, who has the ability to eat something, he gets like the last little bits of the memories of it. He eats a fingernail to try to figure out where this missing person is.
Okay.
The person's soul follows him to where the person is, and it blows the person up. Like, it's just, but it's like horror.
Wait. Like, the soul is like, I don't want to go back kind of thing?
No, the soul wants back.
Oh, okay. But in trying to force its way back, it's not.
Yeah, it's like a ghost. Yeah, it's like a ghost, and it goes in, and it. You'll have to pick it up to see it.
That sounds tasty.
But it's just straight up horror.
Oh my God!
We'll zoom in at some point.
Yeah, no, that's
so it's two completely different stories, both starring the same characters,
right?
But with the voice of their corresponding title.
That's awesome.
So it's something like, if you haven't tried either, you're not going to have to know
anything.
Yeah,
going in, you can just kind of run with it and just be.
Yeah, because they kind of give you a brief overview of what's going on.
Okay.
And then you go. So it's got humor on one side and like a Clive Barker-esque story on the
Shout
opposite.
out to Tim on that one. Okay.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I honestly had not gotten into either series yet, so I might actually snag that just to get my jump on.
Yeah, Chew.
I like it.
Is insanely good. Revival, I've really dug, but I'm such a horror snob. For me, like, it's tough to.
Are you really?
I am that guy.
Oh, there's not enough gore here.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. That happens.
Yeah.
I am often that guy too, so I can't be mad at you. I can't be mad at you. So okay, well, I'm sold. You sold me on that one. I'm definitely going to jump on that one and check that one out. Again, Batman wasn't bad by any stretch. I just, kind of coming in late. The other two, though, get that. I mean, seriously, Southern Bastards, Trees, if they're not on your pull list, shoot yourself, because you're wasting a pull list.
Yeah, like, I printed that sheet, and it's
like, seriously,
a name, phone number, and Sonic.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, people work hard. They put sweat, tears, blood, and ink on these pages for you. You're not ordering it? What?
I'm saddened.
I'm going to have my kids start reading Southern Bastards. They need to know. They got to learn. Ain't going to learn today. That's how we're going to do that. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, with that,
I'm Victor, and this is Ryan.
Just enjoy.
That's right.
Enjoy the rest of your day.